Okay, so hi. My last video to you guys was about my MCAT score reveal, so yeah. But now I've moved on in the process towards hopefully eventually someday becoming a medical school student. So I'm gonna tell you about the MCAT since that's coming up pretty soon, and how I have managed to finish my application before it's even open for submission. Just like tips to get ahead. So the first thing that was given to me as a tip was to list your experiences way ahead of time before the application's even like released. And by that I mean like things that meant something to you, in particular things that are related to medicine, so like volunteering at a hospital or shadowing or something like that, and making a list of them to see how many you have and which ones actually provide the most support for you actually going into medical school. So about that, I only have 14 and the max is 15, so you don't need to have the maximum number. I feel good with my number 14 because they all mean something and they all contribute to the person I'm trying to portray. But if I just put a filler in there just to get to number 15, it's not adequately showing who I am, so I'm just going to leave it at 14 and call it a day. Yeah, also try to get an idea of which ones you think are most meaningful to you so that you can write a little bit more about those. And then personal statement. I started mine the winter break of junior year, so before the spring semester. And we got a rough draft, and then just got my pre-med advisor to read it. And then he gave me suggestions, and I drafted it about 6 or 7 more times and just passed it around to anybody that would read it that whole semester. And by the time I got to around the middle of April, I felt so good about it that I could just drop it and let it go. So I already had that part of the application done before it even opened up, May 2nd, I think it was this year. So yeah, if you can do that, start early and just mention it in casual conversation with anybody who knows how to edit or is communications related or English or any professor really. Just drop it and be like, oh, could you please look this over for me? And you come out with a very well drafted presentation of yourself. Okay, and then about transcripts. My tip for that is to get an official one for them, an official one for you. And so that means you should do it before you leave campus, unless you live right down the street from your college campus. So before you leave, you should put in a request that you want your transcript to be mailed to you and mailed to the AMCAS application center once your grades are turned in, and you can actually submit the request. And you're supposed to hand them the transcript request form off the website, so it's something you kind of need to do in person because you have to hand them the paper to link it to your application. So yeah, do that before you leave. Might be a little bit late now, but if you're still there. And then my last thing I wanted to talk about was letter of recs. So earlier the better. I think the earliest one I asked for was at the end of my sophomore year. And by the time I came to sending her a reminder about it, she had forgotten about it, but just the fact that she verbally promised it to me earlier kind of puts you in the door and made it less awkward. But always make those interactions face to face, in person, and early. Give them a lot of time. It doesn't matter if you need to send 5 reminders to them, but they need to have the time to plan it out and make it work with their schedule because they are helping you. And that's pretty much all I have, so let me know if you have any questions or if I can help you anywhere in this process. But other than that, see ya!